Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Nikki Uncut. This is going to be all of my April favorites. It's mid-May, can't believe it. This month has already gone by so fast, but I'm here to share all my favorites from the month of April. I have a lot and I have a really fun variety. I thought I would switch things up and really actually include things that are other than makeup, like items that I love other than makeup. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the first couple favorites. I have a lot in front of me. I have a lot below me. I have some random things like I mentioned, and I want to get into just some like skincare that I loved for the month of April and I'm continuing to love in the month of May. One of which I'm almost out of. I have like maybe 2 more uses left in this if I'm lucky. It's from Dalba. It's the double layer revitalizing serum. This has white truffle in it. It is extremely hydrating and plumping for your skin. I love it at night. I love it also during the day. If my skin, like if I wake up on a day and my skin feels especially maybe like dehydrated and more dry than it usually does. Now I have more oily skin, but I do still have times where my skin just feels more, like I said, dehydrated and a little bit more tight than it usually does. And that's been happening a lot lately. Just as we transition into like warmer weather, my skin just always feels more tight and dehydrated in the winter months or like the colder months. So this I've loved for not just the month of April. I've been using this, like I think I started using this maybe in February. So it took me a while to get through and I used it pretty consistently. So that kind of tells you a lot about it too. It's a small bottle, but it definitely lasted me quite a few months. So love this, love the way it lays under makeup as well. What I would usually do is do like a hydrating toner, or just one of my liquid toners first, like either a BJ toner or like my Fenty Milky toner. One of my many favorite toners, and I actually have a new one that I'm going to tell you about in just a second. I would do that first, then I would kind of lock that in with this serum, and then I would put like my moisturizing sunscreen on top. And that's been one of my go-to daily skincare, skin prep routines that I've been loving lately. So love this product. It is just really luxurious and feels incredible on my skin. So that's been a huge favorite of mine. And then keeping with the theme of skincare, speaking of toners too, you know I love a good toner. I love a good essence. I love a good liquid exfoliator. I love all those things. I love like that first step after the shower, after you wash your face in the morning or at night. I love a liquid essence or toner. This one was sent to me from BaeBrow, and I actually used to use BaeBrow, I want to say like 6, 7, 5 years ago, a long time ago, and I kind of took a minute, like to say the least, I took a minute not using them, and I'm so happy to be using some products from them again. I have a couple of cleansers that I'm using and like rotating between that I'm really liking, but the brand sent me this and a few other things that I'm trying out right now. I've never used this from BaeBrow. And I've always loved like their skin ampules, like those little ampules that are like hyaluronic acid and things like that. I've loved this brand for many years. Let's just put it that way. But this is a new product that I never tried. It's the Refine Retinol Smoothing Toner. So the way I like to use this is I alternate. So the nights that I don't use a retinol serum or a retinol cream, I'll use this as like my first step in my nighttime skincare routine. I don't use this during the day. So this is like my nighttime toner. I just noticed how do I say this? Okay. I like it because it has retinol in it and I can use it on the days or the nights that I'm not using my retinol cream, because I kind of take a step back every once in a while with my retinols. If my skin starts to feel a little like it's going to start to feel like it's getting irritated, I try to like not go too hardcore into retinols, and I catch myself slipping up all the time. So on the nights that I'm like trying to ease up in my retinol, but I still want to have like a retinol active ingredient in my nighttime routine, I love this for that. So it's been really nice. My skin feels amazing after this. There's no irritation. There's no sensitivity that's caused by using this. So I'm really loving this product, needless to say. So this has been an April favorite, and I will continue to use it into May and probably June and until I run out of this. It's been, it's a pretty big bottle, so it's going to take me a minute to run out of that. Another skincare product that I love. This is so unique. Okay, so it's a little dirty. Let me wipe off the cap. But it's a really unique sunscreen from Naked Sundays. And I actually attended an event for Naked Sundays, the brand, not too long ago in LA. And I tried this at the event. It was like sitting on the table where we were all like eating lunch. And I put on my hands and it was like, it just feels like a lightweight serum. It's unbelievable. I don't know how they did it, but it's a sunscreen. It's called Cabana Clear. and it's really unique. It's a water gel serum sunscreen. It has SPF 50 in it. I think what I like the most about this is it reminds me a lot of the Biore Aqua Resist SPF 50 PA++++. You know that one? It's like in a blue tube. I talk about it all the time. So this is like very similar in texture and the way it absorbs into your skin. You can see it's like really runny, for lack of a better way to put it, really watery. It's exactly like what it says. It's like a watery gel that absorbs really quick into your skin. It quite literally feels like nothing on your skin, and it absorbs within seconds of rubbing it in. I absolutely love the way this lays under makeup. It is just so thin, so lightweight. It's ideal if you're someone who just, I'm gonna actually put some on this hand as well, because it feels really nice and hydrating too. But this is like an ideal product for someone who hates the feeling of sunscreen, but wants to start using it, and wants to especially use sunscreen under their makeup and doesn't want that sunscreen to affect the overall outcome, the finish, and the wear time of their makeup. If that sounds like you and something that you've been looking for, or like a problem that you have, you should definitely check this out. Really, really fantastic and innovative product from Naked Sundays. So I've been loving that. And then while we're on the subject of sunscreens, this one is really interesting. Really interesting. This is from a brand that I had never heard of, and they actually reached out to me and they wanted to send me some products. So they sent me some products, which thank you to the brand. The brand is called Beekman 1802. Again, I had never heard of this brand, and I believe they're like more of an indie up-and-coming brand. So I was really happy to try a new product and just a new brand in general. They had sent me this, and I wasn't expecting them to have like a tinted, like any kind of tinted products, because they're a skincare brand. But this is the Milk Tint SPF 43. It has broad spectrum. It's a tinted primer serum, and this looks so nice on. I mean, it looks so, so beautiful. So what I've been doing is I will either put this on like the days that I'm just running around town. I'm just, I'm running errands. I'm like, just not really, I'm not going to work, basically. Long story short, I wear this on the days that I'm not really going to work, but I've also definitely like worn this on days where I've gone into town and like just done like a client's makeup and come right back home. Like those more simple, low-key days. It's fantastic. Wear however you want in whatever scenario you want. It's basically a really nice tinted moisturizer that offers really amazing moisture. So it's not like a tinted moisturizer that feels really good when you initially put it on, and then once it dries down, it just kind of feels like, meh, you know what I mean? But this actually feels like it's like hydrating your skin, keeping it moisturized, keeping it plumped, keeping it really dewy. Now, I was hesitant to try this because I do have oily skin. I talk about this a lot. Now, granted, this does make me very, very shiny. Very, very, very shiny. And that's part of the reason why I don't actually like to wear this when I'm working all day, like on set, because it makes me just a little too overly glowy throughout the day, where I'm like, I kind of get self-conscious about it. So I also like this when I'm just, out and about, like walking my dogs. Like it's just like a nice way to like throw something on my skin that's really easy to blend in. It gives me some moisture, it gives me some coverage. Surprisingly, this gives quite a bit of coverage. In fact, let me just show you, okay? Let me just stop talking about it and actually show you. So it has a dropper. And initially when I was trying it, like for the first 2 times, it reminded me a lot of the Ilia serum, like that dropper. It's like an oil, tinted oil that has SPF in it. I don't love that product for myself. It just does not suit my skin type. So I thought this was going to be very much like that. And it is very similar. However, I could feel like I can get away with wearing this more on my oily skin than I can the Ilia one. So if that makes sense, hopefully it does. But let me swatch it and show you what it looks like. So I'm gonna do a little dropper of it. The texture of it is very thin. It's very lightweight, but you could see it gives really stunning coverage. Like, it's a good amount of coverage. For being a tinted serum, it's shocking how much coverage it gives. Like, it literally blends right into the skin. It is just seamless on. It doesn't look like you're wearing makeup or like a tinted product. It just looks like you have beautiful, healthy, glowy skin. The bonus is it does have that SPF 43, which is a really nice high number. Usually like tinted serums and products like that have like SPF 30, and it's not like enough to like offer actual protection. I would still suggest, of course, wearing an actual sunscreen underneath a product like this, but It's really nice, really easy, and I've been just loving it. So this has been an April favorite that I cannot stop trying out and just wearing on a day-to-day basis. Like, again, light, natural, easy to work with, but still gives really nice coverage. Let me wipe this off because we're gonna dive into some other products that I'm loving, and let's dive into some actual makeup. So for actual makeup, oh my gosh, this is so stunning on. MAC Cosmetics sent me this product. They actually sent me 3, 2 of which are in my pro kit. I almost immediately put them in there after I tried this one on myself. So I've been wearing the shade Medium 1. It's what I have on right now with concealer, with a few other things. It's one of my base products that I have on my skin right now. This is so gorgeous, okay? It's the MAC Strobe Dewy Skin Tint. And the shade that I have on is Medium 1, and I have 2 other shades, like I mentioned, that are deeper in my pro kit, and they are stunning. This is a very similar product to the e.l.f. Halo Glow and the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. It gives you that same luminous, strobe-like finish to your skin, like that lit from within, that really glowy, stunning, flawless, glowy complexion type look. It's very similar to those type products. Let me show you what it looks like on top of my hand, just so you could see. I hate wasting it, so I'm only gonna do a little bit. But this product, it does give some coverage, but the finish it leaves you with is just pearlescent. It's just gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, let me just add a bit to the top of my nose, not to waste it. I don't want to waste this product. That's how much I love it. So big thank you to MAC Cosmetics for sending me this. I was like giddy with excitement when I saw a package from MAC. I'm always so beyond excited to see anything from MAC come to my door. I'm always so grateful. So I am loving this product, and it's very similar to, I mean, it's basically the same formula but tinted as the original like strobe cream from MAC. It's like a really old school product. It's been around forever. It is a fantastic product to like mix into your foundation or to wear underneath to get that lit from within look. This is like the best of both worlds. It gives you a tint, it gives you some coverage with that same kind of glow. So loving that. It's absolutely been on heavy rotation for me since I received it. So thank you again to MAC. Now speaking of glowy products, the RMS Redimension Hydra Bronzers. RMS also sent me these in PR. I've been wearing them almost on a daily basis. The shade that I've been wearing the most though is Malibu Muse, and they really gotta step it up with the amount of shades that they offer. I believe there's only 2, correct me if I'm wrong, which is just, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Let's offer some more shades, please. So that aside, the formula, they did a fantastic job on. They really did. So let me swatch it for you. Swatch it. Did you hear that? Let me swatch it on my hand. So it's basically like a luminous, very airbrush type finish bronzer. Very soft, glowy, gorgeous. It's just a fantastic product. I've been loving it. I've been wearing it so much in the month of April, and I'll continue to wear it in May and June and summer and all those months. So I've been loving that. And then the product, another product I should say that I have on right now is from Swede. It's the blush that I have on right now. It's in the shade Dollface. So Swede, if you don't know about them, I want to say they're a UK based brand. I'm almost positive, pretty sure. Let's just say they're a UK based brand, and they have some of my favorite lashes. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably see me talk a lot about their No Lash lash. They're beautiful, beautiful, soft, feathery, natural lashes. But anyway, that's the same brand. So Swede also has makeup products. This is a product that I'm loving. It's kind of like it's almost like a cream but powdery base hybrid blush. So it's not necessarily like a glowy cream, but it's not necessarily a matte powder. It's like a cream to powder hybrid formula. Really, really nice on oily skin. Has a really long lasting finish to it. It feels kind of like silky. Has like a satiny, silky feeling to it. It's just a gorgeous formula. They did send 2 colors, but this is my favorite one by far. It's, again, the one I have on right now, and it's just been a hit. I've been loving this for the month of April. So that has been, again, in my makeup bag, taking it with me on the go. I've been using it a lot. Let's dive into some more makeup because I actually have quite a bit left. One of the products I have on my lips, I have 3 products on my lips. I'll make sure I link them in this video too, as well as like my eyeshadow because I'm sure I'll get questions on that. It's a glitter from Give. And I also have blue eyeliner. I'll make sure I'll link all that in the description box of this video. But the lip I have on is actually Whirl Lip Liner from MAC, a liquid lip from Givenchy, and then I've topped it with this. It's a new formula from Charlotte Tilbury. It's going pretty viral. It's pretty popular. It is a lip plumper, and it's not one of those like spicy, uncomfortable lip plumpers that, you know, we all have tried and are not too comfortable to wear. This one is like more of like an intense cooling sensation rather than an intense burning, tingly sensation. So if you're interested in a lip plumper that is not too overwhelming and too painful to wear on your lips, this is a really nice formula. There's 2 shades. I have the shade, well, they're both Pillow Talk. There's a Pillow Talk in a lighter shade and then a deeper shade. I have the lighter one. It's Pillow Talk in fair to medium. So that's what I have on right now as like my gloss, and been loving it. Charlotte Tilbury suckered me into their products once again. I feel like every time I think I'm done with Charlotte Tilbury and like I think that they haven't like come out with anything new and innovative in a while, they just suck me back in. So that sucked me back in. And then speaking of lip products, I got this for free not too long ago at an event that I was at, and it's the Clarins Lip Perfector. There's nothing really super special about it except for the fact that it has a nice sponge applicator, which I really just enjoy. In fact, I'll put it on right now on top of that Charlotte. But it's just a really nice conditioning lip balm. It has a very slight slate pink tint to it, like a light pink tint to it. Feels really nice. Definitely conditions my lips. Again, very simple, very straightforward, but you could tell I've been absolutely loving this, and it's been in my purse and just on the go with me. I've even had it in my car for like a couple of days too, just because I can't be without it. Loving this from Clarins. Really, really nice lip conditioner. Okay, so speaking of more makeup, the next product that I want to talk about is from Dibs. It's actually 2 different shades from Dibs. You'll probably recognize these. They're super popular. They're super viral at this point. And I feel like I missed out for a while because it took me a while to try these, but the brand actually reached out and they wanted to send these to me to try. So thank you, Dibs. I really appreciate it because these have been so heavily on rotation for me for the last several months since I've received them. The 2 shades that I use the most, though, that I want to call out are number 3 and number 5.5. So 5.5 is what I have on for my bronzer today. And this is the shade. Let me just show you right here. So that's the shade that I have on for my bronzer, all on my forehead, cheeks, nose, in my eye, like in my crease, all that good stuff. And then the blush that is on the other end is equally gorgeous. I don't have this blush on, like I mentioned, I have that Sweet Beauty one on, but that's a blush. And there really is something so extremely convenient about having one product that has your blush and your bronzer in the same component. So I've been loving this. Not only that, and let me show you the other shade too, the number 3. It's not only that, okay, so convenience aside, that would be great, but if the formula wasn't great, that I wouldn't use it, right? But this formula is fantastic. They did a great job of this formula. Glides on, really smooth, is long wearing, really easy to blend out, really easy to work with, just a great formula. So that's the shade of the blush in the number 3. And just to show you, in case you're curious, here's the bronzer in the number 3. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit more cool tone or neutral. This one's definitely more warm toned. So both are amazing. They have tons of different shades too. They're all great shades. So there's definitely a wide variety of shades to choose from, which is great. Thank you, Dibs, for that. But the formula, fantastic. Absolutely loving those. Highly recommend them if you want something that is just one product that has 2 things that are essential for your everyday makeup. So loving that. Another product that I'm loving that I do have on as well underneath my concealer is this under eye brightener. It's the Hideaway concealer / brightener from Cali Ray. These are actually more, I shouldn't say a concealer, they're more of a color corrector and brightener all in one. So the shade that I wear is Golden Hour. This was a recommendation from my friend Allie Glines. Loving it. I wear it every single day. I grab for this every single time I'm putting makeup on. It is fantastic. And you can, I have mentioned this before, but you can wear it alone, just like by itself. It's enough coverage to color correct and brighten and give some coverage as well. But also I like to primarily wear as an underneath to color correct and brighten, and then go on top with my concealer for like an ultimate flawless under eye. So I love it either way, but I use it the most as like an under eye base and corrector before my actual full coverage concealer goes on top. So loving that, been wearing it constantly. Kind of random, this next product, like actually very random, because this product has been around for a long time. It's from Freck Beauty. I believe this is the first product they ever launched as a brand, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a freckle pen, basically. It's like a freckle product. It's what I have on clearly right now. I have some faux freckles on. Kind of random, and I know it's not like really the trend right now, but I also don't really care. I wear makeup as I like to and not based on trends. So it kind of makes sense that I would be using this like much later on, but it's their freckle pen, basically. It's the original freckle pen, and it's in the original shade. They have 2 shades, and you basically just take, it looks like a liquid liner, and you take it and you just dot on freckles. So what I did is I dotted it all over across my nose, and then after it's on, I just push it in lightly with my fingertip to kind of give it a more natural freckle look, and I love it. I feel like I'm like 10 years younger every time I put this on. I don't know, there's something so fresh and extremely youthful about a freckle. Like, I know I don't have real freckles, clearly. I'm a fraud. I'm faking it till I make it. But I envy the people out there who do have freckles, because they're so fresh, they're so beautiful, and I'm obsessed. And it's a way for me to kind of just get my fill on freckles, and it lasts all day. So like I'll put this on at the end of my makeup application, after my blush, my powder, all those things are on, and it literally does not move. Like, these freckles will be on till I wash my face at night. So loving it. Very random, I know, but I had to call it out because I've been loving my freckles, my faux freckles lately. And then another product that I've been loving lately is something that I picked up for my full face of Tom Ford. And it's honestly like the standout product out of the new products that I tried for that video. I've tried a lot of stuff from Tom Ford before I filmed that full face video. And if you missed it, it's up on my channel right now. It's like 2 weeks old at this point. But this liquid liner just really knocked my socks off, to be honest. I love a good liquid liner, and I have so many, and it takes a lot to impress me with a liquid liner. I'm a tough critic with them, but this one is just outstanding. It's expensive, but it's outstanding. And I will say, you do get a lot for your money in terms of like that price point. It's double-ended, which I thought at first, why does it have to be double-ended? Well, you get 2 different finishes, and you could achieve 2 different types of liner with this one liquid liner. So on this end, it's a longer traditional felt, actually it's a brush stroke pen, not a felt tip pen. And this I use to kind of glide along all across the top of my lash line. And then this end is more stiff, and this is more of like this is the felt tip pen, whereas this one was like the actual, like, has bristles to it. So this one is stiffer. And what I like about this one is on my one hooded eye, this one right here, I can really get into that corner where I usually have a really, really difficult time getting my liquid liner or my pencil liners into this area right here. With this side of the pen, I can get in there with ease and precision and get the job done. So I didn't think I would love this as much as I do, but it has quickly become a favorite liquid lip liner, eyeliner for me that I've been loving nonstop since I got it for that full face of Tom Ford. So loving that. We're going to switch gears to some hair stuff. I want to quickly talk about this Coco and Eve Like a Virgin Clarifying Detox Shampoo. I use this like twice a week on my hair. TMI. But my scalp gets oily within hours of washing my hair. It's my hair type, and I don't know what to do to change it or to fix it, but this does help to clarify. So what I do in the shower, like once or twice twice being the most I use this, like the max I use it per week. I'll use this as my first deep cleanse on my scalp, and I'll make sure not to like bring it all the way down into like, you know, like the length of my hair, because it's a clarifying shampoo. So I try to focus it on my scalp, and I try to like lean back and rinse it like that so I don't get too much running down the strands of my hair, which is inevitable. It happens, but I'm not like actually actively washing the strands of my hair and the length of my hair with this, because it is a little bit more drying because it's clarifying. So loving this as like a first cleanse, and it definitely does help. I've noticed a little bit in terms of keeping my hair cleaner feeling longer. So it's helping me out. It's helping my oily scalp out quite a bit. So I love that. And then speaking of hair tools or hair products, I have a tool that I want to talk about, and I'm actually going to demonstrate with you all. This is from, here we go. So this was a last minute purchase during the Sephora savings event. It's from the brand Maine. It's Jen Atkins hair tool line. It's a deal, okay? And I know it's like not like super cheap, but it's $98, and I got it 20% off during the Sephora savings event. And I would have thought, I don't know, the way it works is it gives me like the most beautiful fake blowout. And so in my head, I think it should have been, I would have been surprised. I'm surprised it was as affordable as it is. Does that make sense? Am I rambling? Let me know. But anyway, I love this product, and I love what it does to my hair. So what I do, and my hair does not look great right now because I braided it to go to sleep. And so it's got like some like kind of like random waves in it that are not super cute and polished. So let me just show you what I do. When I want my hair to look better and like I have blowout skills, I'll take the front pieces especially, I'll flip it. I'm working with a really short extension cord right now, so that's why I can't pull this fully out. But what you do is you twist as you're working with it, and it's the equivalent of a round brush with a blow dryer. Let me get closer and actually do a better job with the side so you can see what I'm talking about, because right now you're probably like, that doesn't look that great. But my hair is a little dirty, so it's not going to hold this as well as it usually does. But it's great for getting that curtain bang effect as well. So if you have longer bangs, like longer fringe like I do you see that? It gives this beautiful like faux round brush blowout effect that if you're not good at that, if it's too time consuming, you could achieve the same type of look with this hot round thermal brush, whatever they call it, I can't remember. You could achieve the same look with this. So let me just do this side one more time. And if you want a better like full-on tutorial on how I use this, please leave me a comment and I will actually film like a dedicated reel to this. And I'll film it in my bathroom where I have like more room to like spread out. But you kind of get the idea. So it's great with fringe. It's great with layers. If you have layers in your hair and you want to have that voluminous blowout effect to your ends and all your layers, you should definitely check this out. I think it's honestly genius. I think it's foolproof. It's really lightweight, which I appreciate. I did see some reviews online about how people didn't like the way it felt. Like they felt like it felt like cheap, I guess. I understand what they mean just because it's like a very light product. It's a light tool, I should say, not product. But I like that because holding something that is heavy for a long period of time is just hard on certain people's hands, you know? So I don't know. I love it. I think it's a really great tool. I think it's really innovative and just really easy to work with. Look at that. Right? You get the idea. Terrible demonstration. I definitely don't get I don't get an A for this demonstration, but you get the idea. So it's an awesome tool. I have been obsessed with it. I've been traveling with this. I've been using it almost every single day. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It definitely shows up. Even on my dirty hair, it shows up. It's just so easy. It does get hot, so be careful if you do pick this up. Don't touch this because it does get quite hot. And also don't hold it on your hair for too long, especially if you have like blonde hair that's more fragile. Just be careful. Just a little forewarning. Okay, we have other random things to talk about, including this sweater that I've been sitting on for like the past, I don't even know how long I've been rolling at this point. We're just having fun together talking about favorites. So this sweater, I haven't talked about clothing in a minute, but I actually love talking about clothing. So if you enjoy this, please let me know and I'll include more clothing going forward. So this is from a brand called Dressed in Lala. How cute is this sweater? So I actually have the matching skirt from this brand. I'll make sure I tag it so you can check it out. It's a really cute brand. They have really fun patterns. So like that's like their biggest thing. They have like really big, bold patterns, but their quality is amazing. And it's so funny because I actually found this sweater. Well, first I found this skirt. Okay, so the skirt is in the exact same print and it was a targeted ad that I got on Instagram. Like Instagram like saw my aesthetic and they were like, this girl needs that skirt. We're gonna like run this targeted ad towards her. Well, it totally got me because I bought that skirt instantly. I get so many compliments on it. It's the same exact material, same print. So I'll link it too, just so you can check it out. And then one of my cousins was over spending the weekend at Mitch and I's house and she was wearing this. I was like, Sarah, where'd you get that sweater? And I'm like, is that Dressed in Lala? She's like, I don't know. I just got some targeted ad on Instagram. I'm like, no way. I did too, and I have this skirt. I was like, well, that just confirmed that I need the sweater, so I totally ordered it like that night. It's the coziest, comfortable sweater. I've flown in it a couple times. It's just like the perfect like oversized throw on with anything, and it looks super cute. It's got big pockets down here somewhere. Anyway, I'll link it. It's just been a favorite. People are loving it, so I thought I would include it in this. And then last but not least, okay, talk about random. This is very random and it's down by my feet, so let me lift it up. So one of my friends on Instagram, her name is Nicole. I'll make sure I tag her because you're gonna want to check out her content. She has a makeup line called Half Caked, which they sell on Amazon. She does like style videos, she does makeup videos, she is a mom. She's just like, I love following her, okay? I just love her style, I love following her. She's just like a delight to follow, okay? So she was posting about something completely different, but in the background of this post that she had, I saw these pillows. And I was like, I DM'd her and I said, okay, that's great. Like, I love the video, but can you please send me the link to your pillows? Because I want them. I sound so hilarious, but I've been looking for good quality leopard pillows for my couch for, I don't know, since I moved into the house I'm in right now. Okay, so I've been looking for good leopard pillows for like 5 years now. I'm not even kidding you. Like, sounds like an exaggeration. It's not. So she's like, oh, they're linked on my LTK, which if you don't know what that stands for, it's like to know it. It's a platform that I use all the time. I love LTK. I love shopping it. It's like, it's so fun. Okay, it's like a shopper's dream to just pop on LTK and like, I don't know, shop other people's profiles. So I shopped her profile. I used her link or like her affiliate code. So shout out to Nicole for like linking this for me because these are my new favorite pillows. I got them in the mail just recently. I ordered 4 of them and I'll try to insert a photo if I remember of my couch with these on them. They're really soft, really cushiony. They're beautiful and they're like my leopard pillow dreams have come true with these pillows. So that's it. That wraps up this April favorites video. It's long, it's a lot of random stuff, but I really hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun sitting down with you and talking and just sharing my favorites. It's like my all-time favorite video to film for you all. So leave me a comment. Let me know what your April favorites were. If you had any new favorites, let me know if there's something that you think I should check out that you're loving. I would just love to start the conversation. So leave me your thoughts. Let me know if you liked any of these random favorites like my pillows. I'll make sure I link everything below as I knock stuff down. I'll leave links to everything below, but thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.